Welcome to Tiny Spark Creative. I am E, your storyteller. If this is your first video, please join the journey at the beginning with story number 1, titled Abee's Story. Now, if you're here for story number 2, Queen Neesa's story, happy to have you. Before I begin, I wish to set an intention that only the highest vibration of unconditional love and light of positivity energy is shared during this reading. And then with that, let's get started. Queen Neesa's Story. Epilogue. Our story takes place in a mythical faraway land where Pebble has decided that he will do whatever it takes for himself to experience change up close and firsthand. For you see, Pebble's heart has challenged him with a question. It's one that his mind is not quite sure what he is to make. The question that Pebble's heart has asked is for him to answer, how long should change take? With a burning desire to answer, he searched and he scoured and he checked all around. He asked this one and that one and then asked them once again, but sadly, an answer is nowhere to be found. Pebble knows that he's run out of places to search in his village and now feels that he has no other choice but to go off and explore, because this smart little fellow understands that by leaving his small tiny village, he will broaden his experiences, which allow for his perspective to grow and expand so much more. Well, luck is on his side because two strangers have arrived but are not long to stay, for they are just passing right through. And the rumors about these two strangers say they are change agents who can help with immediate change. So I ask you, what else is there for a stuck and flustered little Pebble to do? Abee and Shroomy are an enchanting duo who are on their way to the kingdom to perform an urgent and desperately needed good deed. Pebble thinks he can uncover an answer to his question if he can spend time with these two, and then he checks in with his heart and finds that it's on board because it has fully agreed. So brave little Pebble sneaks his way into Shroomy's bag, excited and hopeful that his silent stowing away leads his understanding of change to become all the more clearer. But as he touches down to the bag's bottom, he is surprised and a bit bewildered when suddenly he is greeted by an animated magical mirror. This marks Pebble's last chance to change his mind, seeing as once they get started, there will be no time for him to stop, pause, or to take a short little rest. Because soon after Abee and Shroomy enter the kingdom's castle, they will embark on an enchanting and magical journey in their unwavering devotion to carry out the Queen's quest. Queen Neesa's Story. Deep within the heart of a place that the Naries named the Kingdom of Misery and Sadness, a tiny spark shall burst forth when two strangers arrive to assist the tyrant ruler, who is known as the Queen of Mean and Madness. Noticeably frightened by their arrival, Abee attempts to calm the nervous Naries when she says, "We have come to assist your queen, who we have heard can be quite cruel and extremely heartless." Shroomy follows Abee with, "And we will do all that we can to help free her from the shadowy grips of her very own darkness." Excuse me. The Naries are quick to warn the mysterious visitors by telling them that Queen Neesa can be incredibly cunning and sly because she is an expert at using her mean words to cut down and silence their voices. And the kingdom's terrified but loyally obedient subjects admit that they fearfully follow all of their queen's commands because within their hearts they feel that they have no other choices. I think I'm getting the sun faster than I thought I was going to get it. One Nary starts with a sad tale. Long, long ago, a few brave Naries attempted to go and reason with the mean queen. But sadly, as that story goes, those few brave ones from long ago were locked away, and never again have those few brave ones ever been seen. When the sad story ends, one by one the Naries line up and tell Abee and Shroomy all about their queen by sharing their sad and fearful tales. And when the last story has been told, Shroomy knows what is truly behind the anger, because he understands the root cause of Queen Neesa's ails. Overwhelmed by their fear, the Naries beg them not to go, but Shroomy and Abee know what must be done. So the two very brave change agents set off that moment and head straight for the shadowy dark castle that is sitting below the rising sun. Upon entering the castle, it's not very hard for Shroomy to notice the fear in the main guard's face, while Abee can easily see that all of the other guards are afraid to take a step, fearing it will be judged as a step that has been taken out of place. Queen Neesa is absolutely furious. She screams and shouts, and she demands to know why these two intruders have barged into her castle on what had been a perfectly dispiriting and depressing day. The queen's anger is showing right through, and she's giving very little interest into why Abee and Shroomy stand before her, or in what either has come to say. Shroomy speaks softly when he addresses the queen. Your Majesty, in my bag is something very magical, and this magical thing has a special gift for you that we have come to share. The mean queen is a tiny bit curious what can be in Shroomy's bag, but with the beginning of an angry-looking sneer, she's now showing that she's not at all interested, or that she really doesn't care. Shroomy then requests to move in closer. He smiles, and on his strap, he gives a confident and reassuring little tug. Queen Neesa angrily demands that Shroomy immediately approach her, and as he does, he launches into a rather escape-proof and tightly squeezing hug. Abee swoops in quickly to remove the mirror from Shroomy's bag, and so that she can show the queen her very own reflection. She follows this by saying, Please look into this mirror, Queen Neesa, so that you may see a magical projection. The queen screams to her guards, Don't just stand there, help me, can't you see that I am under their attack? When suddenly, the mirror changes. It's starting to show the queen her memories, and they are taking her way, way, way back. The mirror begins to play a scene when Neesa is a child, and she's seen seeking warmth and nurture from her mother. Neesa's mother, who had also been a queen, is showing no love to little Neesa, because it's well known that she's a queen that never showed her daughter love or to any other. Shroomy squeezes Queen Neesa tighter, and he asks that she feel the love that he now offered and displayed. Wrapped in Shroomy's loving embrace, Neesa realizes her mom, the queen, never gave her love, no matter how well she behaved. Shroomy whispers to the queen, You know, you can choose differently. You see, you really don't have to be just like your mother. Suddenly, Neesa remembers that as a child, she swore she would never be mean, and she even promised herself to never be mean to another. As Shroomy hugs Queen Neesa, and he squeezes with all of his might, the queen is given more of the story. It's as if she is being given a brand new sight. The mirror reflects a new story, but this time, Neesa can see her mother as just a little girl herself. And the queen in this scene is her grandmother. Why, it's her beloved Mama Gelf. Neesa now sees her own mother, looking sad and in need of Mama Gelf's affection. What Neesa comes to understand with the help of this new vision is that a ruler absent from giving love has always been a part of her family's direction. Abee and Shroomy assisted the queen so she could see that being mean was never truly part of her original plan. These two change agents have helped shine the light on what had been passed down by generations to help Neesa see the truth and to fully understand. Next, Queen Neesa goes and does something that no other in the kingdom thought possible to ever see. Why, Queen Neesa begins to cry, but her crying doesn't last long because her tears move from tears of sadness to tears of unbridled joy, giddiness, and glee. You see, after watching the story with her mother as a child and her grandmother as the queen, Neesa's heart instantly let go of all anger and replaced it with loving kindness, because it's in her heart where she knows that loving kindness is her true self and how she truly wishes for herself to be seen. But Neesa is fraught with worry. She's concerned that the Naries will never forgive her for her mean and angry ways, and she wonders, can they really move forward, living together all as one, and in much brighter and happier days? Abee supports the Queen by telling her, Queen Neesa, if you are truly a leader who leads with love as the new foundation of your rule, then you will most certainly be received with open arms by the Naries, because then you will be a leader who is far better than the one that they once had, whose only choice was being mean and cruel. Queen Neesa's eyes fill with tears as she smiles and thanks Abee and Shroomy for the life-changing lessons that they both were kind enough to have shared and taught. This is followed by nervous silence for a moment as Queen Neesa pauses to ponder while she gives way to some deep thought. When suddenly and without warning, the Queen excitingly declares, moving forward in our kingdom, there is a new currency in store. Neesa happily exclaims out loud, loving kindness is the new currency, never less and never more. The Naries all leap in celebration and welcome their queen with her kind and loving heart, and they cheer and thank their two wonderful visitors for caring enough to give them a fresh and brand new start. The Queen of Love and Kindness makes a request to her heroes when she asks them to rescue a young girl named Polly, explaining that she has fallen into some very serious trouble. The Queen continues her plea by telling them, if you will assist this young girl, then you should know that she lives in a faraway village. So you really need to get going right this moment, like on the double. With a reassuring smile and a nod from Abee to Shroomy, the change agents tell Queen Neesa that they will do all that they can to assist the little bird from her terribly concerning request. And without another moment wasted, our two heroic adventurers immediately set off with overflowing excitement for what is sure to be a magical and heartwarming quest. At the end of each story, we will get to hear back from Pebble, the stowaway. So these are titled Pebble's Perspective. Pebble's Perspective. Pebble is amazed by Queen Neesa's transformation and how things are so dramatically different in her kingdom today. Once a miserable group when ruled by a tyrant mean queen, life is so much better, is what all of the Naries now collectively say. The queen's heart is where she came to understand that her control, anger, and dictatorship were things that were handed down pardon me, to her as things that she unknowingly inherited. Empowered with this new knowledge, Neesa realized and let go of the anger and made space for the Queen of Love and Kindness when she accepted that her passed down gifts were completely unmerited. I'd like to thank you for joining me for Queen Neesa's story, and I invite you to jump over to video number 3 titled Gorbert's Story. Thank you.